tell us more about your daily, weekly rituals. I know you mentioned some manifesting ones, but like what do you do to stay grounded, connected, and at peace?
Well, I walk at least 8,000 steps a day, at least. I try to get to like
Wow.
13,000. I
Okay.
exercise very actively. I cook a lot. I practice all my self-help tools. I'm constantly practicing that self-help check-in. I meditate daily. I have elevated spiritual conversations with friends. I engage in community. I'm, I don't know, I just have fun with life, I think is the biggest thing. It's just having fun, playfulness with my son. Yeah, having a lot of fun is the biggest thing.
How much time would you say if you were to break down percentages of like this much of my life is spent like on my career and work, this much in family, this much in like taking care of yourself? Because you seem like a very busy person, but busy doesn't mean you're always working, right? I'm curious how you balance everything.
I feel like it's like one third, one third, one third, a little
Okay.
bit. Yeah, I feel quite
Okay.
balanced because I do spend a lot of time working, but I also spend a lot of time on my personal self and my well-being. And then I also spend a lot of time with my family. So I think it really is one third, one third, one third. It
Wow.
really is. At times it could be more work than family, which is great, but it's not typical.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense that there would be seasons where one takes more time than the other.
Absolutely. Yes.
But I guess for all the listeners out there, whether they're like moms or they want a career and like, women, we want it all.
Yeah.
So what do you say to people on how do you balance, be successful while staying grounded and connected, all of that?
I got really good advice when I was younger from Ariana Huffington, and she said, you can have it all, just not all at the same time.
Hmm.
I think that's really powerful because when we get that and we realize, well, it's not going to all happen at the same time, we're patient and we're in a season for something here and a season for something there. I think that's a really important message.
Is your life different when you're in book writing mode versus like the other modes? Or are you always creating and working on all your platforms?
I mean, I've kind of always been always on, but I do intend to hopefully take some space to do some writing just separately for like 2 weeks or a week or, here and there, just find that space. But my life is pretty consistently always on in different areas, which is not my ideal situation, but it is what it is. But I
Yeah.
can carve out space. So when I was writing The 7 Habits of a Super Attractor, I took a 4-day weekend and went to my friend's retreat center in Topanga, and I just ate really yogi food and did a lot of yoga and ice baths and wrote there. That was actually
That's
the first time I
nice.
ever actually went away to go write, and it was amazing. It was so fabulous to be able to do that, and I finished the book
Yeah.
there. Yeah,
In 4 days?
finished it. Yeah, in 4 days.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Okay, so out of everything that you've experienced in your life, like what is the one practice that you highly recommend to everybody to really commit to if they want to make a big change?
If you want to change your life, practice the self-help check-in, the 4 steps I gave you.
Okay.
That's it. That's the number one thing.
Wow. Gabby, if you were to go back to your 25-year-old self, what would you tell her? Like if you had the opportunity for like a real sit down
Oh
conversation.
my God, I would look at her and I'd be like, everything is going to be amazing. You're amazing. You're a rock star. You're going to be such a powerful force in the world. I love you. I'm so proud of you. That's what I would say to my 25-year-old self.
I love it. And which brings me to another question. I'm curious, what's your confidence journey? Like, have you always been a confident type of person? When you started this career, did you know you were going to be a superstar? Or I guess, what did that path look like in the beginning?
My path to confidence has really been an undoing. It's been undoing the false pretenses I'd placed upon myself and remembering the cool person I am inside. And the more I have reclaimed my authentic truth, the more confident I am.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I think with age, you're just letting more go and then you just reveal your true self.
Definitely.
Any other tips for people out there who are just building their career and learning to be their most authentic self?
I mean, really just practice being yourself as much as possible. So the person you are when you're with your best friends, the person you are when you're with your family, the person you are when you're just the most relaxed in your sweatpants, just chilling, that is practice being that as much as possible because that's the person that people want to date. That's the person people want to hire. That's the person that people want to elevate. That's the person that is going to have an impact. And so practice being you.
So Gabby, what do you think about the future of your life or your legacy? Like, do you want to continue writing books? Do you like I'm just curious, like what do you see for your vision right now?
I just more of this, please, right? I think I'm going to
Yeah.
keep going, writing books for the rest of my life, speaking as a public speaker for the rest of my life. I'm sure that there's some bigger projects on the horizon that are going to support my work and get it out there in bigger ways. And I'm not really attached to what's next. I'm just in the knowing that there's a lot more. And
Wow.
in some ways, feeling like I never have even started my career yet. I think that there's a
Really?
lot more coming. Yeah.
From your point of view, it's like you're up there, but I love how you say that you feel like you're just starting and there's so much more for you.
Yeah, a lot more.
It's like the manifesting happening still.
Yeah, I also feel that psychically and know
Yeah.
that there's so much more.
I love it. That's so exciting. If you were to leave the listeners with any final piece of advice today, what would that be?
To choose again, to notice that fear-based thought that you have on repeat and forgive yourself for having that thought, and to choose the next best feeling thought. Choose again.
Choose again. Like you always have the power to choose which thought to believe in.
You
Yeah.
really do.